What's going on, everybody? Today we're talking about a new solo XP and legendary item farm. This one's been one that I've been really enjoying. Again, I like to mix up, and this one is no different, as well as getting you some insane legendary drops. Let's get into it. All right, so as always, I want to just go over the route on the interactive map before we jump into it. Now, this one is a little bit different because we're actually going to the Realm of Damnation. Now, the previous map that I was using, which I like a little bit better, actually does not have Realm of Damnation. I'm going to leave this in the link, or the link to this in the description down below if you want to check this out. But we're going to the Molten Egress here, and we're going to be coming from this waypoint right here. After we head to this waypoint, we're going to jump into the farm and then go ahead and pick up all of these monsters here on the left-hand side, following our way down south over to the east here, and then making our way back up north and then back to the west. And I go through this middle part because you can pick up the shrine here, which is really nice. You don't really want to go above because this is the dungeon area, which doesn't usually have a ton of monster spawns. Now, the reason why this one is actually really solid is because these monsters are actually not necessarily what type of monsters that are normally in these areas, because there are a lot of mini monsters, which allows you to get higher kill streaks much faster and gets you a little bit more XP if you're having trouble keeping up your kill streaks, which is really important. Also, you're going to get a lot of legendaries from this, and I'll go over all the stats after we go over the route in game. So let's pop back over to Diablo Immortal here and then head over to the Realm of Damnation and do exactly what I just mentioned. I'm going to go to the Terror's Fall waypoint here, teleport over there, and then check out this location. Keep in mind that all of my stats at the end are going to be balanced for 100% XP, as well as me using Treasure Hunter and having 90% Magic Find. So the items that you may find are going to be a little bit different. Now, we're going to start off here, and you can see this is the first pack we're going to find. Now, the reason why I say this is a little bit different is because when we're killing these monsters, oftentimes what will happen is these little lava pools will actually start spawning like these lava maggots. I'm not sure what else you want to call them, but they actually spawn a bunch of these little tiny creatures. Now, even if they don't spawn them, which they don't seem to be spawning right now, you have a ton of monster spawns here. You can see there's a big group right here, and then you're going to keep your way going down south. Again, you're going to want to kind of chase take the monsters and chase them between packs. Sometimes you'll have enough movement abilities, or just takes it too long to kill off enemies to where you can still keep up your kill streak. But sometimes you're going to want to make them follow you so that you can go ahead and keep up your kill streak. Again, we've gone through and we've already hit about 3 blue elite packs, and we're going to continue on. Here, you can see here I dropped the kill streak, and that's because I didn't use the monsters to follow me between packs. And these are the little maggots that I'm talking about, these little things right here that you're going to find. Oftentimes gives you a ton of kills towards your kill streak. Here's our first shrine. It's going to be right here on the map, and we're going to keep going east here along this path. Again, there's quite a few monster spawns. These little worms here, or these little spitters, you're going to want to make sure you kill them. That way, you could actually make sure that these areas respawn, because they do not follow you like these other creatures right here. The other creatures you can just kind of kill on your way, and it's not a big deal. But the spitters, since they do not move, you have to make sure you finish them off. Otherwise, it will not trigger the spawn of that monster pack. Super important that you do so. And we're going to keep moving forward. Again, we're going to make our way over to the east here, and then using our movement abilities between these packs. That way we can keep up our kill streak, and then sometimes dragging them in between zones. Super solid so far, and very relaxing. Again, it's just a very basic circular farm. You could do this in a lot of different areas. Now, some are better than others, obviously, with different monster spawns. Realm of Damnation tends to be one of the best places to farm XP in the game, as well as legendary items, because this was one of the newer zones. So they made it a little bit more interesting for you to go ahead and go and pick up a bunch of legendary items. We dropped our kill streak there because I didn't react fast enough to between the packs. But again, not a huge deal. We'll go ahead and pick up our kill streak once again. Again, there are a bunch of little locations here, like this corner location, which actually spawns monsters when you go ahead and get near the area. There's also quite a few treasure goblins. You can see here's our first one just going through here and experiencing this farm for one of the first times on video here. Pretty easy, and already our first treasure goblin, which you do want to look out for when you're going forward and finding different farm locations. And that is simply because treasure goblins have a really high chance to drop legendary items. And I'll probably have a video out on that soon, talking about the drop rate for treasure goblins, because I'm trying to create a loot video for 100 treasure goblin loots, which is pretty fun. So let me know if you are looking forward to that by liking this video. And we're making our way right back to the beginning of the route here, where that waypoint is. Again, if you go ahead and keep up with your movement abilities and dragging packs between the spaces, you're going to get a guaranteed 200, 300 kill streak by the time you're done with this. I recommend running up the stairs here instead of going around, and the reason for that is there is a pack of monsters that spawns at the top of the stairs, which will allow you to go ahead and continue on your kill streak. So it's very, very important that you do so, and you can see by the time you get back, you're going to have the monsters spawning once again, which is very, very important for you to keep up. We took a little bit to kill these monsters, which is why they don't have them spawn, and of course now the the flame magnets are spawning. So there you go, there is the route. Let's talk about the stats behind this. So again, I balance everything for 100% XP, and then I only farm this area for a few hours, like 4 to 5 hours solo, over the course of the past week. And this area is around 80 to 85k experience a minute, which is pretty solid. If you compare that to, like, let's say Plains of Torment down here, which is one of the best group farming locations, you're going to go ahead and get about 110k experience per minute. If you happen to have a group in this area, I was actually able to get about 100k experience per minute, which is very good, but you do have to make sure your characters and your party are keeping up with you and keeping that kill streak up. Based on that experience per minute, you're going to get anywhere from 3 to 5 legendary items per hour. If you happen to have 90% magic find like I do, you're looking at about 4 to 6 legendary items per hour, maybe 7 on the high end. So keep that in mind. It's very, very solid, a really nice solo farming location. And honestly, I really enjoy the Realm of Damnation map. It's really fun. And of course, it gives you a little bit of extra variety when we're talking about farming new locations. Again, Realm of Damnation is one of the best places to go out and look for if you want to find new farm locations, or if you happen to have a bunch of people in your own farm location. Server transfers are going to be coming soon from what we've seen. So you do want to have a lot of these in your arsenal, solo or otherwise, because you are going to have a lot of players on your server. Whether it's server transfers or server merges, there's going to be more people on your server, presumably, and that means that you're going to have a lot more farming locations. And so using one of these maps is very, very nice, especially in the Realm of Damnation area, because you have a lot of potential locations here, and I have not even gone through half of them. Let me know if you enjoy by liking the video, subbing to the channel. Again, let me know if you've experienced this farm or using it for yourself. Keep track of those treasure goblins, because those are really, really important right now because of the buff to them. So just keep those in mind when you're going around and farming new locations, because you might find a hidden gem amongst all these maps. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next video.